name is RG, and in the last few months we saw Epic's first attempt of a rank system introduced to Fortnite called Arena. This led to a lot of excitement from players, as ranked is usually the go-to mode in other multiplayer games. Just look at FIFA, Overwatch, or League of Legends. In those games, near enough everyone plays ranked, regardless of the skill level, and when first introduced, a lot of people were playing Arena. However, as time has gone on, the amount of people actually playing Arena has slowly dwindled, with people choosing to play pubs again instead. So in today's video, we're going to be looking into why Arena is dying, and what can be done to bring it back to life. So, Arena was first introduced during early Season 8, and was the first time Epic had introduced a permanent ranked mode into the game. Available in solos and duos, each match gave players the chance to receive points from getting kills or placing highly. Then, as you acquired points, you would move up the ranks, starting from the Open League's Division 1 until you get to Champions League's Division 7. Each division came with a bus fare, meaning you could lose points at the start of every single match, which was done to stop people from hot dropping every game, and make every game feel important. As you rank up, the matchmaking system puts you against players with a similar points total, meaning if you're a really good player, then theoretically, you should end up facing only other good players. You'd think Arena mode would be the go-to mode for Fortnite players. However, despite this, players are instead choosing to play normal pubs. But why exactly is this? Well, I think there are quite a few reasons, with the main reason being that there simply isn't enough incentive for people to play it. Currently, the only thing that players can achieve from playing Arena is the ability to play in the World Cup qualifiers, which can be done for reaching Champions League. However, the amount of people interested in taking part in these qualifiers is only a small minority, and the vast majority of Fortnite's playbase is made up of more casual players. Therefore, for most players, being able to play in the World Cup qualifiers once they reach Champions Division is very little incentive. And even for those that would like to play it, the bus fare system means that most players will end up losing points once they reach Division 6 due to the 3-point bus fare, therefore making it very difficult to reach Champions League for most players. In fact, I would say that the only major incentive for people to play Arena is for those that are practicing for tournaments, as it at least somewhat resembles a tournament setting due to having siphon settings and an increased harvesting rate. But for the rest of the Fortnite community, there is very little reason to play Arena. And for those that have yearned for a good rank system in Fortnite, such as myself, the format used has been so poorly implemented that it negatively impacts players of all skill levels. Whilst the bus fare system can work, the way it's being used in Arena is really not good at all. Currently, Division 1 to 3 don't have a bus fare, meaning that even the absolute worst players can get to Division 3 just as long as they've played enough. Then, once you reach Division 4 and 5, you start getting charged a bus fare each match. However, you only lose 1 point, and with there being 100 points lost in the match, 1 from each player, and around 200 gained through kills and placement points, it means that most players leave the match having gained points. Therefore, this leads to most players ending up in Division 6, where there is a 2-point bus fare. However, the big issue with this is that due to the majority of players ending up in Division 6, it means that there's a huge disparity between the best players in the rank and the worst players. And with rank modes meant to put players against others around the same skill level, it means that Arena's current bus fare system isn't fit for purpose. This is especially bad for the lower skilled players, who end up facing players who are much better than them. So it can be no surprise that lower skilled players, or even average players, don't want to play Arena. Also, in the first couple months of Arena, Epic had a tough decision to make between quality matchmaking and queue times, due to the upper echelon of players having to wait upwards of half an hour for a game, against players at a similar points total. In the end, they chose to lower queue times, meaning people get into matches very quickly now, regardless of how many points they have. However, that had an inverse impact on the quality of matchmaking. For players of all levels, it means that top level pro players can be matched against players who are good, but far below their skill level, which makes Arena not good for top level practice, and makes it even more difficult for players that are above average, but far from top tier. This was a really poor decision that didn't help players at any skill level. Queue times are always going to be an issue for the top players. It's the case in any game with ranked. I mean, if you compare it to Overwatch or League of Legends, players at the top ranks in those games commonly have to wait over half an hour for a game. So long queue times were to be expected and completely understandable for a game that requires 100 players per game. Sure, waiting less time for a match is nice, but is it worth it if it places players against others that they don't stand a chance against? And is it worth it for the top players if it means they don't get good practice? And even if the matchmaking was good, and you could get into matches quick, I'm not entirely sure if that would make Arena a good ranked mode, as nobody takes it seriously. There's nothing on the line. Sure, you can lose points, but you don't actually move down a division. Therefore, once you hit 300 points and reach Champions League, you could quit every game you enter, end up on 0 points, yet remain in Champions League and take part in the World Cup qualifiers. And if nobody cares, then where's the fun in that? Where's the excitement, the tension, the fun in playing Arena when you know that if you die off spawn, then it doesn't even matter? Once again, this makes it even worse for top level practice, as if it's not taken seriously and you're potentially playing against players far below your skill level, then suddenly Arena is a really poor form of practice. And you can really tell this by how many players are at the end game. During a proper tournament, there would frequently be upwards of 50 players during the moving zone. Yet in high point Arena games, there's rarely over 20, which isn't much more than your average pub match. Also, Arena actually mirrors a lot of the issues that occur during pro Fortnite events, with there being too much RNG with the loot pool, which can make the game a frustrating experience when played competitively. It's bad enough getting rubbish loot in pubs, but imagine how annoying it would be in a rank system that actually mattered, or even worse, in a proper tournament with money on the line. As of right now, there are way too many bad weapons in the loot pool, and not enough shotguns, meaning if you don't have RNG on your side, then you're in for a rough game. However, this doesn't look likely to change, due to Epic stating in the latest Ask Me Anything that they don't have any desire to change the loot pool for Arena, wanting it to remain the same as in pubs, which I do think is a mistake, and it's probably driven a lot of people away from Arena, with them finding Fortnite to be way too frustrating when playing it competitively. So, can Arena be saved? Well, yes, and I don't think it would take that much. Firstly, there needs to be more of an incentive to play Arena. As I've said in previous videos, I think it would be amazing if you received skins for hitting each division. It would instantly make a lot of people care about grinding Arena. Also, the whole format needs to be changed. I'm a fan of the point system, but the bus fare system needs to be reworked. Only the bottom division should have no bus fare, and from then on, every division needs a 2-point bus fare. With every player losing 2 points at the start of the game, 200 points are lost. However, this is the perfect number, as it near enough matches the amount of points gained by players in a match. Let's just look at the maths. With 75 points given to players for reaching top 25, 30 points given to players who reach top 15, 10 points for those who reach top 5, as well as 3 points for the winner. This comes to a total of 118 points earned by players from placing highly. Then, there are 99 players who die in a match. If you take away about 5 who die from the storm, and 6 who accidentally kill themselves or leave the match, that leaves around 88 points earned through kills. And if you add the 88 points from kills to the 118 points from placement, you get 206, which is very close to the amount lost through the bus fare system at the beginning of the game. Therefore, only players playing against those below their skill level will keep gaining points and rise through the ranks, which is exactly how skill-based matchmaking is supposed to work. And if you perform poorly, then eventually you should move down a division, like in almost any ranked game out there. There also needs to be a rework to the matchmaking system, at least for regions with a higher player count. Players should be placed into matches against those with a similar points total, even if it means a long queue time. This might be a pain for those players, but it's only fair. And if Epic eventually make it so you can go into creative whilst waiting for a match, then I think that would be fantastic. And it's definitely on the cards, as I've said as much previously. I'd love it if they added a separate loot pool for Arena, but if that's not what Epic wants, then unfortunately, that's just something we'll have to accept. I like theorising about where Fortnite can go, but unless there's a realistic chance of it, then generally, I'd rather not waste my time. And thankfully, Fortnite have given us good reason to expect improvements made to Arena very soon. As in their latest Ask Me Anything, they said there was going to be a big revamp for Arena, with there being more rewards and adjustments. And with the World Cup qualifiers coming to an end, I'd expect major changes to come to Arena very soon, which is really exciting. I think the current version of Arena was mainly to gauge people's response to a rank system, so I can't knock Epic for that. But it's now time for Arena to really kick on and become a major part of Fortnite that everyone gets excited to come home to and play after a long day at work or school. And I for one am really excited about that. So, what do you think about Arena? What changes would you like to see? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to support me as a content creator, then feel free to use my creator code, which is on the screen now. so anytime you buy something in the item shop and use my code, it'll go directly towards supporting the channel, which would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.